everyone. Welcome back. We are doing the February recap, book recap. We have 4 more books, so we're up to 8 books for this year. I only have 3 because the 4th one was a library book, but we have the Pride and Premeditation, the Love Con, Among, obviously, and Forever. Those are the 4 books that we have this monthly recap. Okay, so I do not have the Pride and Premeditation, but here, this is what it looked like. I have this picture of it. So, sadly, it was my first DNF of this whole year. My first ever DNF. Ever since I've started this book hobby, this is my first ever DNF. It is I'm sorry, I have my iPad and I have my notes. So, it was a YA history murder fiction. I think it's mainly because it's history. I do like learning about history, but I don't know what's it about with these books. But any of the books I've tried to read with history, I have not loved. And I think that's the main part about it, and it just wasn't what I wanted to read. But I think I may try it again, but for right now it's a hard DNF. But who knows? But that's my first DNF. Say goodbye to the Pride and Premeditation. And next we have, let me open back up my thing. Okay, next we have the Love Con. Okay, and I did not notice, but these are perfect for February. Like, these are literally the perfect colors for February, except the green, which I didn't finish anyway, so, okay. So we have the Love Con. I love the Love Con. So they are, well, she is, how do I explain it? Okay, well, first let me tell you the book genre. The book genre is a contemporary romance, like a rom-com romance. It's super cute. It's, did I write it down? Oh yeah, okay. So it's friends to lovers / fake dating. So they do start off as friends, and then they fake date. So it's like 2 in 1. But it is amazing. So this is the main character, and then this is the romance partner. Also her best friend in the beginning, throughout her life. I think it was from like middle school or high school. That's when they started being friends. But she goes on cosplay or no way. This is my first time ever learning about cosplay. I mean, I know what cosplay is clearly, but I just picked up this book because it looks cute. It's pink. And sorry if you hear my dogs right now. They are going wild. You would not think they'd be going wild at 7 o'clock in the morning. But my brain is not working. So I'm so sorry if I'm going back and forth for things, because my brain is not working today. So, but she goes on cosplay or no way, and then in the final round, they have to bring on their partners. So she says on television that he is her partner, and like they're supposed to be girlfriend and boyfriend, because the other contestant, he is bringing on his husband. So it just makes sense that like it would be another partner, and she's already getting ridiculed because she's not white like everyone else, clearly, which is not okay. I do not condone that. But yeah, so I think her name is Rebecca. Rebecca is the judge that does not like her. And so she's like, oh, you don't have a partner? And I'm like, if you don't have a partner. So she says him. I do not remember his name. What's his name? Cam. So she says Cam, which his real name is Cameron. She says Cameron is her partner, which she says partner because she's partnered in the fabric company. Yes, he owns a fabric company. It's the whole thing. So just, it all goes together. But it is so cute. I love it. I gave it a 4-star, solid 4-star. It was not my favorite book, but it was definitely a top contender. I think it might be my favorite book of the month. Maybe. But it is really good. I really like it. And I would say 2 spicy chili peppers for this, because it didn't necessarily, it was the most I've ever had in a book. Other than the 13 pages I've read of Icebreakers, which I read 13 pages and there was already woohoo happening. So, but this is definitely my most spiciest book so far. It talks about it. It goes a little bit further into it. It talks about things a little bit more in depth, but nothing crazy. I would definitely recommend this book. I love it. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say, but you should definitely read this book. I found this for, like, we got this for $5. Me and my mom, she found this actually, at Bam Books A Million for $5. And it was such a good book. It was a 4-star book, so I'm counting that as a win. So that is The Love Con. Okay, so then we have Among. Obviously, I love this book. It is a queer romance. It is a YA/new adult, because it's like, it's hard to explain because it's in, like, I don't remember if it's her spring break or summer. Oh, okay, it's Among's spring break, and she goes to college with her old friend Lily. And spends the weekend with her. Was it the weekend? Okay, either the week or the weekend with Lily, her old friend from, like, high school. And it all happens from there. It's amazing. But I absolutely love this book. And it's my first book I've ever annotated. I love it. And look, it matches perfectly. I did this without even having the cover on. So, it turned out so cute. I love how it turned out. Like, if you cannot tell. Because how did I do this without the cover being on? Because the cover is just white. The regular is just white. So how did I just do that? Because I read it without the dust cover. This rating is a 4.5, and it is 1 spice. It's really just kissing, and if you like kissing, then you'll love this book. There's a lot of kissing, but it's at the end of the book. So you do have to get over probably 75% of the way for anything to happen. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I loved it. It's super cute, and I'm so glad I ran into this book, and I'm so glad that I didn't get scared of the hardcover. This is my first hardcover book. Yeah, and I absolutely loved it. It's amazing. But definitely recommend that book. Okay, and then next we have Forever ... This book is a Judy Blume book. It's my first ever banned book as well, so that's on my bingo card. I have that checked off, and then now I also have green cover checked off. My mom and I have both agreed that this will count as a green cover. So, this is the Judy Blume Forever ... I loved it. I love it even more after I read it, and I realized my mom read what she wrote this book for. Even if you don't want to read the book, at least read why she made this book and what she was trying to say and represent in this book. It was amazing. So it was a 4 stars, solid 4 stars, and 1 spice. There is a lot of talk about sex, but they're trying to show it in a way. So this book was published in 1975. So it is a little bit old school, because you can tell even by some of the words that they use, but, like, it really didn't bother me at all, because I'm like, whatever, like, I know what they mean, so it doesn't really bother me. But they're trying to have this book be a new representation of teen sex, and that it doesn't always have to end up in pregnancy or in doing safe sex. You need to learn about STDs and about getting pregnant and these things. You need to learn about these things, and this is a great representation for teens to read. I don't understand why this is banned from most schools. It honestly needs to be in most schools. This is a great representation And there's nothing, it says that it is banned because it talks about sexual acts, but in reality, we need this. Kids sometimes don't know, and they need to learn. I don't know how to put it, but I love this book. It turned out great. The ending, I was like, but y'all need to read this book. This is a YA like romance fiction. It's amazing. And she wrote it for her daughter. Let me see. She wrote it for one of her daughters. This is for Randy. It's for Randy. That's her daughter. And I think it's adorable. And it's a super good short read. So, last book that I forgot that I even had. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Payton. Or Poston, sorry. Ashley Poston. Or something like that. I don't know. It's in cursive. I'm not good at reading. Okay. So I gave it a 4.5 and 1 spice. It's a paranormal romance, but don't be scared because it's a paranormal romance. It's not like a poltergeist or anything crazy. It's a different way of most romance. If you're thinking about a romance book, you're not necessarily thinking about learning and like being empathetic for these characters as much as you're just like rooting for them to kiss. But in this book, I feel like she did a really good job of teaching you things without like telling you. Like if you go in and look at it in a different perspective other than just trying to find love, it's a great way to just learn. I gave it, it's a crazy good book. Just don't be scared of it. I know it sounds intimidating. Trust me, my mom, she doesn't necessarily like talking about ghosts and stuff. I love watching like haunted house videos and stuff. So she has adapted to the video to like ghost and stuff. People talking about ghost. I feel like that opened up, like if she hadn't have heard the videos I watch, I don't think she would have even stepped near this book. But I knew that this was a good author, and she wrote The 7-Year Slip, which I do want to read, but I am taking a break. I did not give this book a 5 stars because I felt like her writing, in my mind, took forever. I understand why someone would give this a 5 star. My mom gave this a 5 star. This was her first 5-star read, but it's not my perfect way of writing a book. I feel like we could have gotten all the details in less pages. I finished the book and everything, but I feel like it definitely could have been told a little faster. And there is a good like plot twist, kind of. Yes, there is a plot twist because you're not thinking that this plot twist is gonna happen. I mean, you could be, but in my mind, I was not thinking that. And my mom even told me things because she read it, and then I always traded with her. But I did not expect for that to happen, for the plot twist to happen. But this is The Dead Romantics, and that is the final book for this month. I know I did not read that many books, and it is the 5th of March, and I have not picked up another book. I am in a little bit of a slump, and I'm also working really hard on my crochet business right now. I'm about to go into the busy part of crochet season, so spring and through summer is usually my biggest time. And I have like the Hippie Fest, and I have a lot of little spring markets, so be ready to see some, like probably some market vlogs. And then I also most likely am traveling soon, so I will also be talking about that and vlogging that most likely. And then I also have I think I have 2 book hauls coming soon, so be ready for that. Hopefully I get some reading in. My goal, since I got 5 books in this month, we got 9 books technically read, but 1 DNF, so we technically have 8 finished books for this month out of 24. Like, that's a lot. I feel like that's really good for me, considering I haven't finished a book since, like, before the pandemic, so. But, yeah, we have these 3 books and then the 2 library books that perfectly go right here. How perfect is that? But yeah, I hope y'all all have a great weekend. Not weekend, a great rest of the week. It is Tuesday. Make sure y'all are going to get your Taco Tuesdays, being safe, reading, and make sure you're liking, subscribing, and following my Instagram and TikTok. It's SBDrake2005. It'll be on the screen. And also you can go click on right here and subscribe, or you can go watch the next video and make sure you're liking all the videos as you go. Thank you. Bye.